Hi, this is Sally Lowell, and we're here to do beginning Pilates today. We're going to start with no equipment, and we start standing up. So I want you to remember, as we go through this process, you will start to learn and grow and move and progress with it. So we're going to pretend, first of all, that we're pulling on a nice, tight pair of Spanx. Pull in through the rib cage, relax the shoulders, take a nice big deep breath, engage all the muscles in your core and your thighs, lift up, palms up, stretch up towards the ceiling, lift up and out of your rib cage, exhale as you drop the right arm, reach the left arm up and over, stretching once again out of your rib cage. And exhale, come back, step your feet a little wider than your hips, bend your knees, and we're going to tuck and roll up one vertebra at a time so that we're articulating the spine or moving through it and rolling and warming up through the back. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. A couple of times, let that tension go. And once again, lift all the way up, palms up. Lift up and out of your rib cage. Exhale as you drop the left arm, reach the right arm over. Once again, reaching out of your rib cage, stretching over. And this time we're going to come back and we're going to place our hands right at the base of our spine and press our hips forward. These are our hip flexors, our quads. We usually sit in a hip flexion position, sitting most of the time, and those become very tight, so we want to make sure that we've warmed those up. And once again, we're just going to roll those shoulders. I want you to step back together, and to just get the blood moving, we're going to lift our knees and press out, just to kind of get those big muscles moving through the body. That is what burns calories, but also what drives your heart rate up. So we want to make nice and warm before we start working out. And we're going to start down on the mat. So get yourself a bottle of water, a towel, and we'll go down to the mat. And now you're down on the floor, and I want you to make sure that you have a comfortable mat, a nice towel to work out, not only to mop your sweat, but to use as sort of a support behind your head and neck when needed. And I will show you when those times occur. So just put the towel down. I want you to reach behind your thighs, tuck your chin down, look at your navel, and go into what we call a C shape with the body. And as you come back up, you blow the air out and sit up nice and tall. To add more to the movement, you can add your arms out to the side, C shape back, and then exhale as you pull yourself up. To add even more to that movement, you can lift the arms up and exhale. So we're going to stay right with the medium challenging point here, just holding those arms out to the side, rolling back, and again we're going to C-shape back, come back up, and two more times, just C-shape, pulling in through that navel, using that core to hold you and lift you up. Last one. And remember, how far back you go is going to determine your strength at this point, so you may only come back about a half an inch. And as you work into this, your back and your abdominals will get stronger. Now we're going to take ourselves all the way down to the floor. We're going to lift our arms overhead and take this into another level. We're going to exhale and lift those arms up and reach next to our thighs. And inhale, coming back. Now I want you to make sure that your feet are closer into your bottom. It's going to give you a little more stability. And once again, exhale. And reach out next to your side, and inhale as you go back, slowly rolling back. Everything in Pilates is done with precision and control. So you are not rushing through the movements. You are doing them very slow, very controlled, and exactly to contract and pull that navel down to the spine and back. On this next one, we're going to come all the way up, tuck, shoulders up, look at the belly button, lift your legs into what we call a tabletop position, and now we're going to do what we call the Pilates 100, but we're just going to do 50 of them. So we're going to inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And relax. Now, what you could have done on that also is grab the towel and hold your head up, and you would not be pumping the arms, but you would be inhaling and exhaling. All right, we're going to come back. Always your go-to modification position is to take the head back and let your head and neck and shoulders relax. Now we're going into imprint the spine position. It's just as though you were lying on sand and you're going to imprint your spine down into the sand so there's no gap under your back and you are completely glued from the bottom of your tailbone all the way up through your shoulders onto that mat. We're going to do what we call a double knee stretch, which means you're going to curl up again, pull the knees in, hug in tight like a caterpillar, and then you're going to reach those legs long and pretend you're taking the hat off as you inhale. And as you come in, that's when you exhale. Whenever we pull towards the center of the body, pull the navel to the spine, that's when you blow the air out. To use that force of the air going out to help pull your abdominals down and in. So we inhale and we exhale. And inhale and exhale. Once again, the modification would be head and shoulders back, legs up in the air, and exhale. So you can work somewhere between these two positions as you start to get stronger. Some people like to start with their legs out a little bit more, but their head still goes back. You've got to really watch that lower back and make sure that you're pressing it down towards the floor. So you're trading one for the other. When you lift up your shoulders, it's more on the back, up end of your back. And when you put the shoulders back, it starts to take a little bit more from the lower area of your back. So make sure that you're working it where you can manage it and have it work. Good, we're going to take this double knee stretch now into a single knee stretch. So we're just going to exhale and exhale. And what you're doing is you're just slightly grabbing that shin, extending the other leg as long and straight and low parallel to the floor as you can, looking in the same direction as the knee that you're pulling in. And you're going to exhale. Pulse, 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 pulse. Modification. Head down. Or you could grab that towel and have it holding the back of your head. We're going to take this straight into a straight leg stretch. So we're going to pulse, pulse, pulling that leg towards you, pulse, pulse, and you'll notice that both of my legs are pulsing, one up and one down, so that we're opening up and we're developing that flexibility as we open up, work the core, and breathe through it. Once again, that head's going to feel like it weighs 100 pounds, so you can put it back and just start to get the feeling for the exercise. We're just going to do 2 more. Last one. And you're going to bring those knees in and just rock side to side to massage through your lower back and your spine. All of these are designed to work through the core, and we progress from one exercise to the next. So we're going to put our feet back down to the floor. This time we're going to lift our bottom up and off the floor in what we call a bridge position. Now you don't want to force it way up, and you don't want it to be dragging almost to the floor. So it's going to take a little strength to lift up and hold your bottom off the floor. If this is too hard at first, and it might be, okay, we move and we get better, you can leave it to the floor, and I will show you how we execute the exercise. But we're going to start with our bottoms up if we can. We're going to bring our right knee in. We're going to extend that right leg up. We're going to flex and drag that leg like we're dragging it through water. We're going to point the toe, bring it back up, straight leg, and flex and drag. Now the modification would be to start with your bottom down and your leg down, and you would lift the bottom and the leg with a pointed toe, Flex and lower the bottom as you come down. That way you're still working through the backside of your body without having to hold your entire body weight up. We're going to add a little ball into our workout the next time we do a workout, and you'll be able to use that little ball also, but we'll come to that next time. In the meantime, to get that core as strong and as supple as you can, you're going to try and hold that body up. Keep the bottom lifted as you go through this process. Just a couple more on this leg. And flex down. And again. And flex down. And bring it down. Bring your knees in. Once again, this is always your go-to position to take a break. Massage that lower back. And we're going to move right along to the other side. So either lift up or start with your bottom on the floor. So we're going to point that left toe. We're going to lift up and flex and drag. And again, point the toe, lift up, flex and drag. Again, point the toe, lift up, flex and drag. So this whole time you're pulling in through the belly button. You're feeling those hips and those thighs doing the work. They're holding your body up. They're creating that strength, and you're creating a core that will initiate all the moves of your body. Very strong. Crunches are not the way to get a strong abdominal muscle. You need to use the whole body and work it in this process. 2 more, just like that on this side. Last one. Bring it down and lower down. Once again, bring your knees in and just rock side to side. Very good. We're going to roll all the way up now. And we're going to sit up nice and tall again. We're going to take our legs in a V as wide as our mat. We're going to zip up. It's almost like you're putting those Spanx on, but you're zipping up, or a tight pair of jeans, up, right up along your rib cage. We're going to hold our arms out to the side, sit up nice and tall, relax those shoulders, and you're going to turn your body and do a rotation over your right leg. Reach forward so your left hand is reaching past your right foot. Come back up, do that rotation in the other direction, and reach. So you're stretching through the back of your thighs into your hamstrings. And again, so you inhale, exhale. Come up, inhale, sweep around, exhale. And again, inhale, sweep around, and exhale. Again, inhale, sweep around, and exhale. Again, up. This should feel really nice. And do not worry how far you are going forward or how far down your chest goes. It doesn't matter. What we want you to do is just start loosening up those muscles, getting them used to moving and working, and getting those legs to not be so tight from inactivity all day long. We're going to do just one more. So reach and exhale. Last one, come up, reach, and exhale. Excellent. So you're going to bring your legs together now. And we're going to do one of the more challenging moves in Pilates, but it is a basic Pilates move. And I will give you some hints on how you can do this a little bit more comfortably. It's called a roll-up. And what we do is we start either in a seated position, or we can start lying back on the floor. I would like you to start in a seated position, bend your knees, and roll back like we first did when we first got started. Then you're going to stretch your legs long, arms come over your head. You're going to float your arms in the air, look at your belly button, and you're going to bring your body up, and then you're going to lengthen your chest down towards your thighs. Now, for some folks, this is very challenging at first. Oops, I'm losing my microphone. This is very challenging at first to do this. So one of the things that you can do to help you is to grab a body bar or a little set of weights that you can have in your hands, because gravity takes over. And so if you have a body bar or weights in your hands, as you come up, gravity's going to pull the weight down towards the floor, which helps to bring you up and towards your legs. My other suggestion is do not hesitate to use your legs in the beginning. I used to not like to do this, but I think if this is what you need to do to help yourself get up, you're going to feel a lot better about yourself, and all of a sudden you're going to realize after doing this 2 or 3 or 4 times, you're going to be able to just come right up and reach forward. So that is the basic Pilates roll-up. We're going to do modifications of that, which is to lift one leg at a time and then roll back. And again, lift one leg at a time, curling those shoulders up. So this is different from our single leg straight stretch. This is actually just keeping that head and arms back down to the floor as we reach and curl and lift up. So we're going to do 2 more of those. Right, left, right, left. And again, exhale as you come up. Pull those shoulders down. And all the way. Bring those knees back in, rock side to side. Many different things we can do in basic Pilates. We're going to go over onto our side in a lateral position. It doesn't matter which side you start on. You want to make sure that your body is in a nice straight line. Your head is resting on your arm. Your body is in a straight line. Rolling back or forward. And lift, 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 lift. Pointed toe. Very small, not big. Very controlled. Tighten that leg, control it. Relax the top shoulder. And you're going to hold that leg with a flexed foot now and press up, up, up. Breathing all the time, relaxing that shoulder. Excellent. Now hold the leg still, point the toe again. You're going to do little baby leg circles. Now try not to move your body. It's challenging, but you can do it. And we're going to reverse those circles. Excellent. We're going to lower that leg down, take the top arm up and over, and we're going to turn our leg and reach and stretch and open back down in that straight position. So you exhale, lifting up. So this is more from the front or the quadricep of your leg, lifting up as you reach, lifting your head and reaching that arm up and back over. Let's go 4 more. And back, and 3, and back, and 2, and back. Last 1, and all the way down. Just bend your knees, give your back a break, relax your neck and shoulders, and you're just going to come up and shift sides. So just take your head to the other side or just roll over, depending on where you are. Straighten those legs, lie all the way down. Remember that body's in a nice straight line. Relax the top shoulder, anchor this hand down. Please don't put your hand up here. It's going to make you roll back. So we want that arm securely holding your body in place. Lift the top leg up and we're going to point and pulse, pulse, pulse. Breathe as you go through this. Make sure that top shoulder is relaxed. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Now flex that foot and press it up. And pull that navel into the spine, lengthen through the back. Always keep everything nice and controlled and nice and long, your arms, your legs. Good. Now we're going to hold that leg still, point the toe again, and do little leg circles forward. Very small, not moving the body. It's challenging, I know. As you get stronger, you'll get better at not moving all over the place. But that's what makes this so effective. And then we reverse those little leg circles. And breathe, and breathe. Relax that shoulder. And we're going to put that leg down, lift the top arm up and over. And now we're going to lift up on this side and then back down. And you're going to find that one side is generally a little stronger than the other. That's the beauty of Pilates, is that we're going to work both the right and the left side of the body through the core. And when you're right dominant, when you're right-handed, you're mostly right side dominant and vice versa for the left. So this is going to equally work the core through every exercise that we go through, and you'll get strong all the way through. Let's just do 4 more. Breathe out as you come up with the head back and the arm back, and again exhale. And 2 more for the finish. Take it up. Last one, all the way up. And relax, bend those knees. And that's where we're going to end today. We're going to just do some stretches and cool down. So I want you to roll over to your back side. And we're going to go back into that knee in position, our go-to relaxation. Massage the lower back. And you're going to put your feet flat to the floor, your arms out to the side, and you're going to tilt your knees to the right and your head to the left. Take a nice big deep breath. And you're going to switch sides as you exhale. I want you to make sure that your feet are to the floor as you go through this. This is going to help open up through the hips and stretch through your lower back. Always be mindful of where you're working through the back area. Most people are afraid to work the back, or they will start to complain that it's hurting the back. Actually, your back hurts because it's not strong, and so we're trying to strengthen that. We're going to bring that right knee in this time and extend the right leg up. We're going to roll the foot and other direction and flex the foot, reach for the toes. Now bend your left leg, relax that right leg, and stretch back for the hamstring stretch. Relax your shoulders down. And keep breathing through all of this. We have a tendency to hold our breath. And the breathing is what brings the oxygen to the muscles, which helps to create the energy and keep it flowing. So we want to make that sure that we're breathing regularly. Lower that left leg down. We're going to talk more about breathing in future sessions, but for right now, I want you to just get comfortable with some of the basic moves. You're going to inhale now, and then exhale as you lift up and stretch back towards your body, relaxing your shoulders. And then release that right leg. You're going to separate your legs, bend your knees, and just pull back in towards your body. For those of you that are more flexible, you can pull both legs straight back and over, and let the small of your back come up off the floor. And come back down. We're going to work from the left side now. So the left knee comes in, reach it up, and roll the foot, and other direction. Flex that foot, reach up for your toes. Now bend your right leg, relax that left leg into a stretch for the hamstring. And release and cross it over, arms out to the side, slide that right leg down to the floor. Let that knee open up. This is working to open up your hips, and as well when we pull in, we stretch through the outer part of the hip area, relaxing those shoulders. Extend the right leg up. Exhale, release that left leg, and once again, bend and stretch back. The goal is to try and get the small of your back up off the floor so you're lengthening through the lower back area. Relax those shoulders. And bring your legs together, drop your heels down. Once again, rock side to side. Massage that lower back, roll yourself all the way up into a V position. Reach forward. Your first goal is to try and get your hands down to the floor and walk them out. Your next goal is to try to press your elbows down towards the floor. As you get closer with those elbows, we'll start working on pressing your chest closer to the floor. But for right now, let's just start by getting comfortable with reaching out as though somebody's grabbing you by the hair on the top of your head and reaching you forward, relaxing your shoulders. Now, always my main goal for everybody that takes my classes or my personal training clients is that you can get up off the floor without any assistance. So let me just grab my little microphone here. And what we're going to do is I'm going to tuck this into my waistband. You're going to come to what we call an all fours position. We get better with this as time goes on. All right. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. You're going to drop your belly button down, look up towards the ceiling, take a big breath in, and now you're going to exhale and round up like that angry cat. You're going to come back to a flat back now and shake your head yes. Lift your head up even with your spine, tuck your toes under. You're going to walk yourself back onto your feet, hands to your thighs, and roll up one vertebrae at a time. If you're struggling to stand up, then what I want you to do, I'm going to give you an option. So we're going to come back down. Remember, this is a learning experience. You can come back and you can step a foot forward and stand up. So both of those methods will help you get up. Thanks again for joining me, and I hope you'll join me again every week for a new workout. Have a great day.